Good evening and welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night. It is our 50th episode on the Indie Escape Network. So expect
what?
What?
What? Huh?
Huh? We're getting older. We're getting older. Hey. If you like the show, before I introduce everybody, look, none of you look over 40 episodes. Well, 15 episodes is the new 30 episodes.
Because we
is the way I would say it. Yeah, we're all. I don't think Kyle's wearing a hat, but
the hat makes me look younger. Kyle doesn't need it.
Yeah, it looks like a hat. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night. My name is JW Colwell, joined as always, well, not as always, but most of the time, Kyle Defina. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm good. How are you guys tonight?
Hi, Raven. Happy 50th. Thank you so much. And also Jerry Kamora from the band Slapjaw, and also North Pocono High School. Can I tell you a fun thing happened this week? So apparently there's a North Pocono Alumni Association Facebook group, and I put the podcast in every week, and I got a text. What does this have to do with North Pocono? And I said, you have 2 North Pocono alumni on the show, and then I'm a North Pocono alumni, and they're like, "Happy Big 50 and good evening, hi Cindy, thank you for joining us." And so it became this back. Yeah, but what does that have to do with North Pocono? I'm like,
well, maybe we went to school with 248 other people. Like,
and then I said, this is a good way. This is a good way for some of them who we don't get or we aren't in contact with to be able to see us every week.
Well, what do they talk about on there?
I said, well, actually,
I haven't seen Sally Jones since 1984.
I'm not gonna lie, it might have gotten snotty. It might have gotten snotty.
That's North Pocono.
No, not you.
Not me.
How many people on there did you tell them that you hate them too, like you do me every week?
But you have to sometimes. Like
I said I miss you.
You gotta say you hate Kyle sometimes.
I said I miss you. Yeah, you gotta say you hate.
By the way, you want to know how much
I think I said I think it might have been just so we're clear. I think it might have been something along the lines of, "I'm sorry, I didn't know the group was just to announce deaths."
That's perfect.
Which, and then she stopped texting me. So I was like,
Mr. Rubner and poor Mr.
I do believe, JW, this is the original plot line to Zach and Mary Make a Porno, though. It's like, we got our high school reunion list right here. That's who would buy our porn.
Yeah, but just so we're clear, the high school reunion list is something I set up. So there is another group, that's the high school reunion. I was very much a part of getting everybody together for 20. So, I just found it to be a stupid conversation, and I thought it would end with, you have 2 alumni on the show that I'm sending.
That's cool.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe it's something that we've done outside of whatever, and instead it became, but what does that have to do with North Pocono? And again,
I do with North Pocono still. What are you doing on here?
Births and deaths, coincidence. That's why I'm in.
Whoever you want.
Well, but I don't understand. I don't know. I didn't understand the fighting about it. Like, are you getting a lot of hits in the group to not
maybe a person's newly divorced or something?
But
from North Pocono,
again, most of it is just death. Oh, I love that teacher. That teacher was the best. Or, God forbid, somebody might want to share something that we're actually still doing or doing.
Well, you know what? That goes right along with George Carlin. He used to say that. He's like, people talk the worst about you when you're alive, but when you're dead, well,
everybody loves you.
He was an asshole, but a well-meaning assoul.
But I just I don't know. I found it on the our 50th episode anniversary that it was just a weird conversation. Like sometimes you get in a weird conversation with people, you're like, I don't know how we got here. I don't know you.
Yeah.
And if you're saying it's not content you don't want to in the group, fine. But what is the group except for a North Pocono alumni? Like, what is?
Well, was it?
Is it just to announce that? I think it was.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
I don't want to call anybody out.
Has a thumb, and they're used to doing this with their thumb.
I don't like calling people out. I mean, I will in a moment as soon as I find it. I don't like calling people out. You know, I'm a big purveyor.
All right, you know what I'm going to do now? Now I'm going to get on there and I'm going to post it so it's on there twice.
I never get called out for not watching Twilight Zone. I never get called out.
You know what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm being facetious about not calling people out. Like,
I'll put it on there twice first.
I wish you would watch the Twilight Zone. Like,
I'm gonna start putting Slapjaw on the North.
I wish I had them.
I didn't mean for it to cause chaos. I'm just saying I think it was like this weird. It was just a weird interaction. Like, it was like, why are you putting this here? I don't know, because I'm an alumni.
Maybe what does it have to do with enough attention?
I'm seeing a lot of weird interactions that are going to happen tonight.
You feel a lot of weird interactions are going to happen tonight?
Why? Yeah, a lot of.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it is a clown car. So, JW, Agent of Chaos. I like that. So let's bring her in. Raven. Hi.
Woo! Hey everyone.
It's the person behind all the comments and all the chat.
All the snark. Snarky.
Well, you're not in the chat to do it anymore, Kyle. Someone had to pick up the slack.
Oh, there you go. So we just one of the things that we're doing tonight is we're gonna have people on that have our biggest fans or people that love to come on the show and well, actually, look, hold on.
Whoa! Wait a minute. No warning or nothing, huh?
Put your shirt down. Hurry up.
Put that lube away, Joe.
Really cool is to see how fast all the channels go. YouTube's ahead of everybody today.
Oh, that's interesting. But like I said, it's an episode where okay, I'm gonna bring it back down, Joe. But I just want to shock you. Anyway, so we were gonna have people on. Joe's here as well. Just to congratulate us, and we also want to introduce people to. I tried to get Ken McKernan. I did my best.
Oh, come on,
Ken McKernan. Ken McKernan will not come on. He says he's too ugly for the show, or he doesn't even take pictures of himself. At which point I thought maybe he's a vampire. Maybe Ken's a vampire. Can't show up on a camera. Raven and Joe. It could have been you too, Ken. You still have the link. If you go into the green room, I'll bring you in. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay long. Raven's not going to stay long. We wanted Raven to get a spot on the show. I invited also Kyle's wife, but she is very much busy tonight at a work gig. So
no, she's torturing people in the air mid-flight currently, probably.
Well, why is that?
No.
Why is that, Raven?
Kyle, you gonna tell everybody what you did?
Kyle, what you do to the people in the air?
I bought a digital copy of Wicked, installed it on her tablet, the sing-along version, so she can take a nice
you fucking monster.
So she might be a little doped up on a plane yelling, "I can defy gravity" at the top of her lungs.
You fucking monster.
She's absolutely doped up singing along.
Hi, hello, Missy Bernosky. Good to have you. Thank you for joining. Hello, Jamie Hill. You know what? We should have Jamie Hill on. I'm going to send her a link. Jamie, if you want to come on, you can come on too. I'd like Jamie.
And you get a link. And you get a link. You get a link.
It'll be like Hollywood Squares here pretty soon.
That'd be yes. Why not? We could have our own Indiewood Squares.
Yes.
Ken, the
do it, Ken. We love you. Yes, I can. Just come on for a couple minutes. Thank you. Good to have you, Missy. Yeah, so the show's going to be a little bit wacky tonight. We're still going to do Twilight. Kyle's still going to go away for a couple minutes. Kyle's going to show up and then go.
Just like that.
Just want you to know, I missed you last week, hating you. Yeah, that's correct. Okay.
JW loves when Kyle's around. He does all the comments for him.
Joe, you're back.
It was a good.
I can add myself.
I know you can. I know.
No, I want to be on screen with Raven. That was my whole thing.
Whoa,
I didn't want you to let her bail out before I got to be on screen with her.
Turn
Hold on,
down
hold on,
your
hold
mic.
on.
I'm bailing out
I'm
soon.
already
is my
on
mic
it. I
hot?
turned him down.
Your mic is
Yeah,
super
you're-
hot.
Hold on.
You're coming
Let's
in.
try that again.
It's like a Maxell
Nuclear.
tape
I
commercial.
have Kyle adjusting my mic.
I
Oh,
got it already. I'm already
Kyle-
on it.
Kyle, there you go. Now talk, Joe.
Hello.
That's better. You were
That's a
fucking
lot
loud.
better.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raven's gonna
Only
be
on
checking
your
out.
show.
I just wanted to introduce everybody to Raven.
Joe
you
was
know,
the
who is
voice
he?
of God. God.
God.
Well, I wanted screen time with Raven. I
Third.
didn't want to be deprived of that. So
Oh,
Oh.
that's fair. Hold on. Move you down. Now you're by her. Say hi.
Hold on.
Hi, Raven. Hi.
Hold on.
Don't talk to the boxes though. That
Anxiety.
oh, let's hide that. Hi, Raven.
Hi.
How the hell are you?
Good.
okay. She has
Oh, I put you on
anxiety.
the
Let's
spot?
not do this to her. Yes. Why would you do that, Kyle? You're a mean person, Kyle. That was mean.
Joe wanted his screen time. I have
yeah,
to.
that was mean. But I just
I
wanted.
have.
Favorite people.
I gotta give the Grand Poobah what he wants.
I know, but
Sorry, I am currently balancing my phone on a pile of DVDs.
I hate
Do
doing
this?
that. I do that constantly.
So I wanted to have Raven on just to say hi.
Hold
and
on,
Also to thank her for watching us on 4 different places. Raven's the biatch tonight. Yes, 3 places. Thank you. Wherever she watches us. But yeah,
I don't know how
we
you deal with
appreciate you.
watching us all the time. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, we're terrible.
I have no life.
You're out of hand.
Like Kyle Raven dynamic though, it's insane. What exactly?
Right.
Let's talk about this for a moment before she leaves. What exactly is the Kyle Raven dynamic? Can you each of you give me an idea of what it is?
That one time a year we both agree on something. Everyone knows they're fucked. I don't know.
Missy doesn't like when it happens.
No, not at all.
She hates when it happens.
Well, that's
I'll drink to that.
Okay. So yeah, so Missy has gone away this week. So I invited Missy on the show as well. But Raven, I wanted to come and have you on the show, our 50th episode. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you so much for all that you put in the chats and
50.
everything. We appreciate you. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. Have a nice show,
Yes,
guys. I'm
thank
gonna.
You're gonna get out of here. I know.
Yeah.
Someday though, maybe you get a mic and a camera and a laptop and
Yes.
you come
I do
on.
have a laptop now. I just don't have a mic and a camera. Well, kind of.
Every
You're
laptop
there.
has a mic and a camera. Just so you know.
I don't have a mic and a camera. I just have a laptop.
Okay, Raven, no more pressure. Have a good night. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
And
Bye.
he's got a TikTok account.
And she's like out. I'm like out. I didn't want her under a lot of pressure. We can bring the Poobah back in. Let's bring the Grand Poobah back in. He can bring himself in. There, he's Joe. How you doing, buddy?
I am fantastic. I'd like to start off by saying everybody who sent me well wishes after the old ticker gave me a problem, I greatly appreciate it.
It's amazing how people love you after your ticker fails. It's
We go from
amazing how they come
second
out of the
year-
wood. How they come. So how are your drugs working? How are things going?
Drugs. I love drugs, except like heart drugs because they really screw with your head. And
Yes.
I like the best diet I've ever had. Got to admit that. I think.
Are
I'm
you?
down
What are you?
now.
What are you doing diet wise? What are you doing?
Oh, okay. So we're using this delivery service called Ideal Nutrition. I started doing vegan and was it vegan and what's the other one?
Holy fuck. We go from Zack and Mary
Vegetarian.
Make a Porno to fucking Clerks 3 here.
Vegan? Okay, wait. So vegan and what? Like the other one? What is it? Organic?
Vegetarian and yeah.
So you're doing all kinds of like.
tofu today.
You do,
Tofu,
what'd you have for dinner?
tofu, some kind of weird tofu, and let me tell you, it tasted like a dirty diaper. Not my thing.
Didn't you just say you were eating well?
Well, there's an endorsement deal this network's not getting. Way to go, Jeff.
The tofu from this company tastes like a dirty diaper.
a soggy dirty diaper.
A soggy dirty
That's
diaper.
even better.
Yes, that's even better.
Hey, that's tofu, but that's my first experience with it. I mean, everything else has been great.
Tofu
I'm
isn't.
just trying to.
Oh wait,
Tofu
have you had the bouts of cardiac arrest yet? I call them cardiac spasms.
Well, the thing is, we think we caught it in time that I didn't do a whole lot of damage, but the meds are really screwing with my body. I'm constantly getting headaches and dizzy,
Oy.
sleep deprived, but fatigued all to hell. It's
What?
really
What?
weird.
I don't want to know. Are you on like a blood thinner? What are you like? Are you?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
you
Are
gotta
you,
do.
take
are you
that.
on the blood thinner?
I don't know if you can see it. My dog scratched me. I bled for 3 days.
Yeah.
No shit. I actually had to get a pen for when guys shave and cut themselves. I had to get a
Yeah.
pen and put it on my arm, and I'm bruising everywhere.
That's
Yes.
what blood thinners
old
do.
people shit.
Blood
Yeah.
thinners, you bleed for
Welcome
no
to the
reason
family.
sometimes.
Are you on? Are you on? Okay, so there are. Are you on the one with E or are you on the one with C? Name start.
Well,
Uh,
Coumadin is one of them.
Coumadin, yeah, Coumadin. Are you on Coumadin? Because Coumadin is fucking
so-
That's a blood thinner.
dangerous. But Coumadin is dangerous. Coumadin is.
See,
I
I got
think-
one stent put in through my wrist. I had to take 4 medications a day. One's a baby aspirin, one's for blood pressure, one's a blood thinner, and the other one is an anti-clotting agent.
I used to love
Right.
baby.
So yeah. So the whole concept
So-
is you are.
I got
They're
6
trying to
months to
make
a year
sure-
on this crap. Yeah, no, they're really not anything to screw around with. And I mean, I was roughhousing with my dog like I normally do. You know, I like playing with my dog.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
gone.
She
That's
got
all
me.
gone.
Yeah.
Wait till you hit yourself. Like we went to Disney, and I hit my knee off of like a metal like a pole, like a metal pole kind of thing as I was driving by, and I had a
Okay.
fucking black and blue mark for weeks. Has it fucked with your tolerance?
It has not. But the one thing they said was they prefer me not to smoke, well, obviously because of the lungs. And they said if I was going to do anything, try the edibles or the gummies. But they prefer me not to do any of that at all because they're concerned about munchies and weight. But again, I lost 20 pounds, so
Magic. Yeah, Coumadin and Waferin are super dangerous. I'm
If
not
I have
on.
heart attacks.
I've got.
If I
I
have
got
heart
off.
attacks, I could be goal weight. So
I-
if I have heart attacks,
I've
I'm
heart
at my goal.
attacks. It can be go away. Well, the reason I bring up Coumadin is very dangerous. I had several wacky instances, but since I'm on the one, I don't want to give it. It's the name brand. It's a name brand blood thinner. I don't want to give it any more press than it already has. But it's the most expensive blood thinner on the market. But that's the one I'm on because they don't.
It starts with a V and ends with Empire.
You shouldn't smoke tobacco. Yeah, but I'm just
dude,
glad
trust
you're
me, I'm
okay.
an open book. I'm an open book.
I know. I'm all
Everybody
that
who
say that.
knows me, I don't give a rip.
Everybody thinks you're doing. Everybody's happy to see you're doing better, including Raven. I'm happy you're doing better.
Episode 1 of Loud and Nerdy movie reviews. Episode 50 narcotic reviews for fucking.
Are you on the
That's how we
Coumadin?
age, folks.
this is like the We
it's been
Made It
a long
episode.
2 years. Well, I look at it this
But
way.
guys, you got to realize this happened like 2 weeks before my 49th birthday.
It's
I'm
nuts.
not even friggin' 50 years old. This shit isn't supposed to happen to me.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Exactly.
Um,
So this
So,
is what
I don't-
happened, though.
I don't
So
know.
I had 2 weeks off for the holidays, and I had my grandkids over a lot. And I was throwing them, picking them up constantly. So my shoulder and my chest was feeling a little tight. I'm like, all right, playing with my grandkids, I'm getting up there. But yeah, no. Once I had to start trying to regulate my breathing to get things. Apparently, over the course of a week and a half, I had multiple heart attacks.
yeah, my dad, when he passed away, when they did the autopsy, they're like, he probably had he had a massive heart attack when he died. But when they did the autopsy, they're like, we noticed that he probably had like 7 or 8, and he just walked through them, like, oh, my chest is hurting tonight, and then, but they found all kinds of scarring on his heart when they did the autopsy on him, because he was by himself when he passed away. So they had to do an autopsy, make sure nothing was underhanded or whatever. And then so I started heart failure. Wait, hold on, put that one back up. Started heart failure when I was 38. Got fixed 3 months after I turned 50. Good, not good, Ken. That's not good.
But you're
Well,
here.
it's good that he got
That's
it
the
fixed.
good
It's
part.
good that he got it fixed.
Yeah,
Take
but
the
not
positives.
12 years
Take the
later. So
Yeah,
I don't
So,
know.
guys, basically
but
what they
he's
told
here.
me. I wanted to have things in common with Kevin Smith, not this heart attack crap, because it was the Widowmaker, man. That's the one that was clogging.
Yeah. Well, and he talks about that all the time. It is you know, as we get older, taking care of yourself, listening to doctors, trying to find the right way out. You know what I mean?
Guys, know your body, know your heart. I mean,
Yeah.
you
If shit isn't,
anything is suspicious, just
get
freaking
it
go.
checked out.
I
Yeah.
did that. I did that during COVID. I had a suspicious thing, but I pulled a muscle right under the rib there. But 3 days. I'm like, I don't know. I better go get checked.
Misty agrees with me. Yeah, I really feel like it shouldn't have taken 12 years to fix. Ken, you're making me nervous. It's 6 months before it got fixed. Heart was stuck at 200 beats per minute. Jesus Christ, Ken. And you
I'll
won't
get it later.
And you won't come on the show? You're like a fucking beast. Stick to the giant spiders. So let's talk. Joe, you're visiting our show tonight. Let's talk.
I am.
What's something what is the movie you're most excited about for 2025, Joe?
I'm enjoying the pit
Well,
raven.
obviously, you're going to come down here and you're going to see Superman with Robert and I.
Yes, I'm taking the trip. Opening
Are
weekend
you
of
coming
Super.
down Thursday?
No, I'm seeing it here Thursday, but I'll be down like Friday or Saturday.
No. I'm talking about this Thursday. Are you coming down here this Thursday?
I can't come
You
down.
have
No,
an invite.
I know I do. I can't come down this Thursday because
I'll
what
be
do
in
I do?
Orlando on Saturday if you want to join me.
What do
Joe.
I do on Thursday, Joe? What do I have
Dude.
tickets for, Joe?
Go to the
On
movie.
Thursday. I love you.
Porn, folks.
Indian
The answer is porn.
members- Take that off for a second. The reason I'm saying is because you're putting a movie in front of your Indie Escape Network brothers and sisters, man.
No,
Because
No.
from Alaska, Daniela and her husband are down here right now. Our Indie Escape dude, they have shows on our network. They're going to be down here from Alaska.
Nice.
How often is that going to happen?
It's a long ride.
It's a long ride.
What?
A long ride from
2
Alaska.
hours?
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can
Oh,
do.
Alaska. I'm talking
I'll
Alaska.
see what I can do. I feel like oh,
hours.
you're talking about Alaska. I'm like, it is a long ride.
I come from a land down under. No.
Wait, Kyle's watching a show while it on?
Yeah, the pit. You're missing the comments. Since we're talking medical, anyone else watching Pit is fantastic.
Are
It's
you
on
you're
Max
watching
Tuesday.
Pit? Wait a second.
I am.
Did they have all the episodes out yet, Kyle?
It's like 3
Oh, Pitt,
episodes.
that's the one with Noah Wiley or whatever.
No
right?
Wiley. Yeah.
All they had to say is someone that worked on West Wing was working on this, and
So
I'm-
my wife and I actually watched that show, and do you know that was supposed to be a
Sequel to ER.
an ER revival?
Yeah, sequel.
Okay, yeah, and so they couldn't
Yeah.
get the licensing or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, they-
George, the
Crichton-
episodes, I'm like, I know
Crichton's,
that guy, I know
Crichton's
that.
family wouldn't give it up. Crichton's family. Fuck Ken
So
Beast
the
mode.
one guy that his father, no spoilers, but the one guy that it was a brother and sister, father dying, yada yada yada. I'm like, I know him from somewhere. Where do I know him from? He was a kid that played George Clooney's sidekick on The Facts of Life. So
Jasper,
everybody's intertwined somehow.
Joe is dressing as Lois.
because he's down 20 pounds, Joe can fit in
He's
the
down
dress
20
now.
pounds and
There you go.
he's going to be a little bit dizzy. Joe's dressing as Lois. We
With
also
the beard.
You've got me.
Yeah.
Who's got you?
who's got you? So the greatest Superman scene. Fucking spoilers, a finger in mouth, puppet face, holy shit. Okay. Stop with the spoilers. People get angry. Joe, what are you watching? What have you seen? What do you like? What's going on?
What have I seen? What do I like? I'm starting to
2
get
girls,
bored
1
with
cup.
More, no, I was going to say something else.
That's
Oh,
some
hi.
2000.
How are you?
But he's got the cup in his hand, Jerry.
Your wife?
My wife was in her PJs. Just,
Come on, get in. We're all in PJs. Come on, move over.
Bye, dear.
Say hi.
Well, you gotta get the cat.
Wow, that was.
In
She
here.
was out of here fast. She's like, "Oh, you're on a show? I'm fucking out. I fucking
Anyways,
hate you
you saw
people."
my post about what is it? Poltergeist Legacy. I've been getting bored with network TV, so I decided to go backwards 20 years. Started watching Poltergeist The Legacy, and it was really cool seeing Bill Sadler in the pilot.
Yeah, Bill Sadler. Anytime we get to watch Bill Sadler is a gift.
And I showed the picture of JW and I with Bill Sadler with his guitar at the table and Dave Madison.
That was such a cool episode because of the strike, we couldn't talk about movies. It was so hard. It was so hard to not talk to Death about death. It was so hard. It was so hard to not talk about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Die Hard 2. Like, it was so fucking hard. I'm glad
If it
you're
was
good.
Die Hard 4 or 5, it would have been simple. Wait, what?
All right.
Oh,
Guys,
Die
I
Hard
don't
4 or
want
5.
to overstay my welcome because JW's already giving me the boot. I can feel it.
What are you talking about? I'm not giving you the boot.
Not yet.
Did I say I hate you? Did I say I hate you every week? Do you know what I got in the green room tonight
hold
from
on.
Kyle? You didn't
That's
even miss me last week. You didn't even miss me
JW,
last week.
You're looking good too, brother, man. What are you down now? You look great.
I'm over 3 bills still, but mid range 3 bills as opposed to high 3 bills. So
There you go.
yeah, I'm working hard. The knee doctor gave me a look today. Like, you're down a lot. You might actually be able to work on your knees because apparently there's some rule if you're fat you can't have your knee replaced. Anyway, bastards.
Oh, nice. Cup.
That is a nice cup. We got swag.
Is there a store yet, Joe?
There is not. And that's the other thing we're working on. We're working on the merch store, but we're working on new freaking hosts. And, you know, it's been probably, 4 years since I've had a show of my own or was affiliated with a show of my own.
Wait a second. Can you make an announcement tonight on our
I
show?
cannot. But I have a big mouth anyway. But if things go well and as planned, a certain special effects guy from movies like Tremors and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4,
Night of the Demons.
Maybe joining me for a new show.
Yeah, and I said I'd come and visit you guys on whatever night the show is. That would be exciting. So essentially, yeah, he's really nice.
If you guys see the skateboard right there, the skateboard deck in my background, he actually painted that.
It's
Freddie
beautiful
Krueger and signed it.
Right.
Nice.
Beware the Ides of March. Are we planning a murder of a Caesar? It is too early, Missy. Also, it's too Shakespeare for this crowd. At 2 Brute, at 2. You could go for a salad.
Well, not to be.
But the network is growing. The network is building. I think the interesting.
You know, you got to cut the fat sometimes, and you got to see what works.
Whoa! I'm out.
Kyle,
Kyle,
relax.
Comes full circle.
Kyle, relax. He said cut the fat. He wasn't talking about you. Shush. Relax. I knew the moment he said it, I thought Kyle's gonna think it's about him.
After his comment last night, I was looking really forward. Kyle was showing these things about the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I'm like, dude, we're gonna see Kyle in like fishnets and garters. What'd you?
Get them high heels.
He picks an appropriate role for Kyle that does not require fishnets. For a fat man.
I told you last night, Joe. If I wore fishnets and garter, you wouldn't see him because my belly would just flop over, all of it. Like
it'd be like 2 dolphins caught in nets.
A baby pig struggling to get out of a net. Anyway, a tiny pig. But I think the interesting thing is, Joe, I'm I'm so happy we came over to the network. 2 years, 50 episodes. You have been a really good mentor and also somebody I can trust. And I know
Abuse.
you and I
You
cause a
don't
lot of
have to
trouble.
ego, you already have the job.
I'm good. But no,
Okay,
no.
you're
You know,
welcome.
I enjoy talking to you about stuff. You missed his magenta. Were you magenta once,
You
Kyle?
should have been there tonight. I played Brad.
Wow, nobody wants to see you in underwear. I don't.
How about the night I played Frank? Everyone want to come out for that?
Yeah,
No.
man.
No.
I'll make
I'd
it
rather
rain, brother.
I'd rather eat a puppet.
You bring a roll of nickels and
I
make
have
it
a
hail
puppet
on me.
here.
Wooden nipples.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that, Kyle. I just fill an egg with coin. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Look at the time.
That's a great story though, but that was a deep cut. Now,
we gotta wait till Easter time for that, JW.
Yeah, ever see a person get hit in the eye with an egg? Anyway, I have.
A plastic one.
Anyway, a plastic fucking egg filled with coins. What else, Joe? Any other big announcements aside from you're feeling better, you're eating tofu.
You could just go to the show
Never
and
again.
see it live, not
Never
get pictures. Jesus.
Tell the plastic egg story.
Kyle, you said you're going to be in
Oh,
Orlando.
Raven, I would not tell the plastic egg story. Kyle can tell it.
No, I think that's the episode Melissa has to be on for it to be told.
Plastic egg story. What a fucking train wreck that
Oh,
was.
Reagan saying boo. I see her down there. She's going,
Yeah, that was what a fucking train wreck that was. I still, you know what? We're still friends after that. That was an amazing night for me.
That's only because there was no lawsuit after that show.
That is correct. I've never
JW
been.
looked at me and said, "We're getting sued tonight, and it's all your fault. This is probably your last show." Those were his words.
They were my words. They had to be. I was management. I didn't have a choice. I had to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you got hurt by that other person who doesn't own the company." I'd be at the show.
The guy
taking
who owned the
pictures.
company actually said to me, "That's why I pay insurance." That's what he said to me.
That's not what he said to me.
This kind of sounds like our.
Wait a
Week
second. I'm just going to
Orange
tell you, anytime the Rocky Horror things happen, the comments I would get from Dave, and Dave, I love Dave more than anything, but Dave would be like, make sure the theater doesn't burn down or something bad doesn't happen. And that was a night where something bad happened. Said,
John,
hand
it's
them
like
out.
our- It's like our Spirit Week Orange episode.
Yes.
Incident.
Spirit Week Orange. Yes. Oh my fucking God.
Read the comment, JW.
Got kicked out.
I repeat, me and Missy said hand them out, not throw. You gave people plastic eggs at a throwing movie. How big was the egg? It was egg size. It was regular size egg.
It was
regular.
excellent.
Wait a second. It was regular size egg filled with coins and tape.
That's got some weight to it.
Robert Bass.
Robert Bass. Oh, we can. If he wants to come on, anybody can come on. Anybody can come
Hit
on.
the button. My turn to hit the button. Damn it.
Hey, fellas. Hey, comedian Robert Bass.
My
How are
button.
you?
My
Wow.
button
The
tonight,
I don't have
power-
a button. I
The
just
power
push
struggle
out.
is around. We're kind of just. This is cool.
I
We're not
put
trying-
I
Robert's
want to
comment
push
up.
the button.
We're not. Yes, we're not. This is unserious show tonight.
I get Robert's comment on there, baby.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Robert, happy anniversary to you and your wife. I know you had an anniversary on February 5th. Only reason I know
They were in Vegas, right?
Nice.
I hope you had a great time in Vegas. Everything happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. So hope everything went well.
They were together, though.
No dead hookers or anything.
Oh, and Robert, if you didn't hear, Thursday night we have Indie Escape Networks coming from Alaska, and we're gonna go have drinks, probably at Conky Joe's or somewhere around there. So let me know if you're interested.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Amazing. Joe, is there anything else you would like to talk about where the network is headed, or anything else you want to talk about before we kick you out of here to talk nerdy
comments
stuff?
for 1 second, because I want to point on what JW's thing says. Take the comment off so we can see JW's title. There you go. Hard eyes.
Rocks.
So there was no spoilers, fun kills. I'm trying to reach out to Devin.
Devin Sawa. Yes, I would love to talk to him about it because it's a fun fucking movie, and I had a blast with it. It is. I'm gonna say this point blank.
It's different.
It is. Well, a couple things. Christopher Landon's the producer, so if you like movies like Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, the sequel, and Freaky, it has very similar It has very similar combinations. We're going to talk about this anyway, but let's get into it. So this movie came out this week. It is a blast. It made about $8 million at the box office. Not a lot, but it only cost $18 million to make, so it doesn't need to make a ton of money in theaters to become profitable. But it's about two people on Valentine's Day when a killer, the Hard Eyes killer, right there, he kills couples.
I have to interrupt for 1 second. Raven, you're absolutely right. I never get his name right. Devin Sawa.
Devin Sawa.
Yeah, I call him Evan. I call him every other.
I know
name,
you do call him a lot of different things. He looks very much. He plays a cop in the movie, but Idle Hand Stories. Yes, Idle Hands is.
It's a great whodunit story.
Yeah, and I would say the interesting thing about the movie, from my perspective, it is a perfect combination of a romantic comedy and a slasher film. It's like they amalgamated the parts into one another. So there's meet cute, there's like will there or won't they, but it's also like somebody getting put into a giant wine presser. It's very hard to. I'm going to tell you right now, it is very much going to become a very big cult movie, and once people finally find it, it will be in the talk with Companion and Barbarian and movie.
Idle Hands didn't do that great when it came out.
Well, Idle Hands got pulled,
right, but later on it did.
Idle Hands did finally. Idle Hands got pulled out of theaters because of Columbine. Idle Hands opened right around the same time as Columbine, and it was an R-rated movie about friends killing friends at a theater or at a high school, and it was the first time we had a major, like Columbine was the first real major school shooting, if you remember, and now it's like every other week, right? We just kind of sit back and go, yeah. But Columbine was different, so what happened was Idle Hands came out, and they pulled it. They pulled it out of release because they're like, we don't want this isn't the right time for a horror comedy about a kid who has no control over his hands killing his friends. And Devin will always be Casper. But yeah, the movie's great. Hard Eyes, fantastic. Really good slasher movie.
It's only me, Casper.
It's
It's only me, Casper.
And the kills are pretty great. Like the kills are creative. They're fun.
One of my favorite movies of his is, well, he had a small role in it, but SLC Punk. You don't know.
Randy and I did that for our first Valentine's movie date. Good memories. Hey, Jerry, I didn't know that you should do a Jen movie. We could certainly do a Jen movie for Idle Hands. We're working on 85 though this year. Like 85 is. I have the book. I'll bring.
You once said that 85 could be better than 84.
Yes.
Back to the
I'm just gonna this is how we kind of do a generation movie. We have an idea. I have old notebooks like fucking 7. Like,
and you see, ladies and gentlemen, people don't just show up and start talking. There's work involved.
Yeah, there's fucking work. But 85, just off the top, 85. Ready? Back to the Future.
To get clued in.
He has to get, but I don't. Yeah, but Kyle, we lose you.
Guys.
We lose you. Wait, hold on. Right, that's part of it. Back to the Future, Goonies, Breakfast Club, Witness, Cocoon, Teen Wolf, Commando, Fright Night, Clue, Fletch, Better Off Dead, Real Genius, Rambo, Silverado, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Spies Like Us, Summer Rental, Lady
What?
Hawks.
I've never
Trying to
seen
listen to
Clue.
reason.
You've never seen what?
Clue.
Really?
How about
Had
House?
no desire as a
Clue's
kid,
fantastic.
and then it just fell under the radar.
Spies Like
after.
Us. Wait, there's more. Summer Rental, Lady Hawk, St. Elmo's Fire, Brewster's Millions, which is a
Great
good-
movie.
underrated movie. Explorers, The Return of the Living Dead, which is a little bit.
Lord, that was a great
The
flick.
Color Purple, Legend, Desperately Seeking Susan, Brazil, Silver Bullet, Prizzi's Honor, Just One of the Guys, Enemy Mine,
Great movie.
Reanimator,
Great
Young
movie.
Sherlock Holmes, To Live and
Oh,
Die.
that's
To
special effects for the
Yes,
time.
the first computer generated special effect. To Live and Die in LA and Day of the Dead
And House.
and House.
Day of the Dead. Great movie.
Day of the Dead, fantastic movie. Bub, one of the
I
greatest
get in trouble
Deadites
from
ever.
JW for like name dropping.
Life
You know how many
Force.
people we've had on from some of those movies. It's
No
Yeah,
Retreat, No
that's-
Surrender.
We like
A lot of good
name dropping. I always put people
Oh
that
no,
are in the
you and Richard always make fun of me. Oh, there's Joe. Hey, Joe, pick that up.
I think you know it's really hard. It's really hard to come up with. We're programming, so like you know we're doing the Oscar Decade Cavalcade right now. You know we just finished Lawrence of Arabia and Bridge on the River Kwai.
Let me get a reaction out of everybody now. I've never seen Legend all the way through.
It's only like an hour and 20 minutes.
You son of a-
Really?
Yeah.
1982
The
Missy
Green
B.
Goblin with the squeaky voice
1985.
just kind of went down my spine, and
It's only like
Yeah,
an hour
Legend
and
was-
40. Like
pretty good.
Legend's short. So wait a second,
What
you've
a
never seen all the way
segue right
through.
there.
You've never. So is the Dark
Matthew
Crystal.
Broderick, Michelle Pfeiffer one with Rutger
Lady
Hauer.
Hawk. Lady Hawk.
Yeah, I
is
haven't seen that
fantastic.
all the way through either.
Lady Hawk is great.
Rutger Hauer
Lady-
movies
I
are a
started
must.
watching these when I was a kid, and they bored me. Or
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know, I
know,
had attention span of a gnat.
we had an interesting thing happen in the house. One of the kids watched The Never Ending Story and fell in love with it, and there was a big to do because my wife was like, "They're never going to watch it." Both of them are never going to watch it. And then we watched The Never Ending Story, and he lasted through the entire thing. And was like sitting there going, "Well, is there another movie?" And we're like, "Yeah, The Never Ending Story Part 2, but
Yeah, you don't want to watch.
The animated one, and
it's not good." Well, we
tried to
we
introduce it to my daughter when my daughter's 19 now. She was like 10 at the time. She found it boring.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, we're looking at 85, but we're doing Oscars this week. We got coming up a
Sorry,
pretty. We're doing a pretty classic. Yeah, I'm shaking my head, Joe. Everybody's disappointed, Joe.
I know.
This is what we're doing
You
this
guys
week.
didn't read my comment last night. So, does Falco sing in that movie?
I thought you were talking about Falco, like Never Ending Story. No, you're talking about Rock Me Amadeus. Are you trying to talk about Rock? Oh wait, we got another guest. Hold on. And he actually has news. I don't know what he can talk about, but
Okay,
We're gonna
that's
bring him
fine.
on.
The guy who
Ready?
I have very much jealousy of his hair. I want his hair. His hair
okay,
is always-
Rich Dries, there he
It comes
is.
off. You want
The
his hair. I
pompadour.
just want hair, period.
The
Not
Pompadour.
everywhere else.
Rich, tell everybody where you're at tonight as you're visiting us.
I am in a hotel across the highway from a movie theater where I saw a movie that I'm under embargo about.
Oh,
I apologize.
I'm glad to have you. Was it okay?
I think people will like it and
Okay.
enjoy themselves.
look at the red.
We're waiting.
How many cut sequences? Just one, all the way at the end, or
all the way at the
all
end?
the way at the
Yeah.
end?
Mhm.
Okay,
But
you can't talk about it,
yeah,
but I
no,
can
no.
say we can say what the movie is.
Well, that's what we're waiting for. Oh, there you go.
Well, that's why
what the
Rich
movie
and
is.
I are both wearing red. We planned this.
Yes,
Of course.
you're both Red Hulks. Fucking
Oh.
crazy people.
Well, I'm kind of-
But okay, so it was well received. People seem to like it. When's your embargo over?
The review embargo lifts on tomorrow at noon. I probably will not have my review ready by that point, just because of time issues for myself. I'm staying, away. I'm not traveling tonight because it's snowy as crap out there, and I had some hotels.com credit, so I decided to burn it so I could go to the screening.
See, we
But-
said it was gonna be a night of guests.
Mm.
This is exciting.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to talk about it, maybe on a Friday thing.
Yeah,
JW?
we could definitely do that this Friday.
Okay.
But Rich, always the luckiest person in the room. Thank you for visiting us on our 50th episode.
I just did want to stop by, say hi. I know I don't, usually pop into the chat and stuff, but I always, try to have the show on in the background while I'm
Yes.
doing other stuff around the house.
Yes,
on a
Raven.
Tuesday.
Raven, he did. He can't talk about it though. Yes, he saw this. For everybody who's wondering.
This is me not talking about it.
Okay, I will talk to you Friday about setting something up. So we'll have first reactions on the Indie Escape Network this Friday. Get out of here, Rich. Go enjoy your hotel room. Get some room service.
I picked up some Buffalo Wild Wings, so.
Nothing wrong with wings.
What a fucking night. He gets
Sorry,
to see
go.
fucking Brave New World first, and he gets food, and he has a hotel room. Get out of here, Rich. I hate you.
Living the dream. Love you guys.
Great seeing you.
Bye.
man.
Thanks,
Awesome
Rich.
seeing you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I think they make tofu
fucking
wings,
guy.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they have tofu wings.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Everybody's having Super Bowl parties and everything. Thanks for reminding me, Jerry. That
How did
you're
that
in
go?
Florida.
Raven, I'm working on getting that gig. I'm doing my best. It is very hard to become an online film critic. You have to jump through a lot of hoops, but I'm working. Raven, the third Neverending Story was so pathetically done. I'd be surprised if Jack Black or that kid would even acknowledge it. Fair. There was a question. Somebody asked a question about. I can't remember what the question was. I got to look at them. I do want to get it in. Okay, so this is the one. Hold on. If you've seen the 80s Little Shop of Horrors, do you prefer the happy or sad ending? Sad. The sad ending is way cool. No. The original was they kill Audrey, and then
Whoa! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
the movie's from fucking 1985. Fucking relax.
Have you
40
met
years
this
in,
generation?
We're
Have
talking
you
Rick
met
Moranis
this
here.
generation?
40 years in, fucking relax. So there is. Okay, so Joe, there is an ending that is basically was cut where all the plants show up and start taking over the world. And so they never.
You can watch that.
It's available. You can find it. Yeah, it's just not. I prefer that ending because that's the correct ending.
My wife is a huge fan. My wife and daughter are a huge fan of that movie.
Of Little Shop of Horrors, great movie.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis is fantastic. We still miss Rick Moranis, but he's taking care of his kids. God bless him.
This kid's got to be like 30 by now.
Yeah, but I think their mother died, so it doesn't matter. Why do you just leave the guy alone? He might come back. Who knows? I'm not gonna begrudge him.
If he didn't come back for
If he didn't come back for Ghostbusters, he's not coming back for shit.
Well, I would say if they
Honey,
did
Honey, I Reshrunk the Kids.
He did a TV commercial a couple years ago, though.
he did do a
Oh,
TV
did he?
commercial a couple years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
but that's
Minor
the thing.
parts, then.
See, the interesting thing of like Rich chime, I sent Rich the link, and he's like, Rich is evil sometimes. So I said, hey, do you want to come and watch come and do the show tonight? And he goes, I would, but I'm suffering right now. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were suffering. What's going on? Are you okay? And then he sent me this.
I'm suffering because I can't talk about it.
Well, he sent me a fucking. This is what he sent me, because he's dicky sometimes. Hold on. He's funny. I love working with him every Monday night. But Every once in a while, he's just like, dick. He goes, the things I suffer through. And he sent me this picture. Hold on. I'm getting it. You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. Yeah, so, but we're 51 minutes in. Joe, I'm kicking you out. We got to do Twilight Zone. We got to do.
I'm sure Joe could do Twilight Zone a lot better than me.
You probably both have watched the same episode. I will say, Joe, you know what? Stick around. Stay. Because we're going to talk about the Twilight Zone episode. I want to talk about the Twilight Zone episode. Have you seen Companion? Did you get to see Companion? Or just Hard Eyes? No? You should see Companion as well.
I saw you say go into it blind.
Go into it blind, but see Companion. Everybody should see Companion and Hard Eyes. They're both very well done horror films. Like they're way better than we deserve to get right now at this moment. But let's talk. Let's do Jerry's first. Well, actually, a couple things. I'm gonna have Joe. Joe's here. News really quick. This is your new Oscar frontrunner, by the way. A movie called Anora. Mikey Madison. Anora this week won both the Producers Guild of America and the Directors Guild of America. It won both, which is it. I can't put into words how important it is to win the Producers Guild and the Directors Guild. And if this Saturday it wins the Screen Actors Ensemble Award, which is the Ensemble Award, is their Best Picture. If it wins that, it is definitely going to win Best Picture.
Do you know how I knew that it won both?
How do you know? Why did you know?
How did I know it won both? Because I watched Generation Movie last night.
There you go. It won both. Okay, other stories. Let's see. This is a major story making the rounds today. They have picked a character. I'm going to show you a picture of a character. I want everybody to chime in with the comments, and also the four of you, I want a guess of the actor and who the character is. It is for an upcoming film sequel. And Kyle, you're out because you know the answer.
Ford Fairlane 2?
Stop.
Ooh,
Here's the picture. Here's the picture.
And I'm from my daddy's penis.
Shut the fuck up. Here's the picture. Kyle, I hate you.
That looks like the guy who played Judge Dredd.
That is
Carl. What's his name?
Carl Urban. Yes, it is
Long
Carl
Island
Urban.
Iced Tea. The Zack Ryder story.
Okay, so
Like
this
was
was
Street Fighter.
that is exactly who it is, Jerry. Johnny
sorry, who is
Cage
that?
in Mortal Kombat.
Come on.
He's going to be in Mortal Kombat 2?
He's going to be in Mortal Kombat 2. He is playing Johnny Cage.
It's Mortal
No
Kombat
shit.
87 at this point.
No, but
yes, huh?
the last Mortal Kombat, yeah, he said Street Fighter, but I'm not going to judge you.
Well,
You're like
it is
Johnny
Mortal
Cage
Kombat.
from Street Fighter.
Well,
Like,
son of a bitch.
I mixed up with Hadoken.
Jerry, do you have the Clerks cartoon series in your basement?
I do.
I don't.
We don't have basements.
I know
We're
I
in
don't have the
Florida.
cartoon.
I don't have a basement, but I have.
We have no basements. It's not Priest 2 Ken McCurdy. Good,
Unfortunately,
interesting.
no,
But
those
so
knuckleheads
he,
are required to own certain things. They want a paycheck. So
Carl Urban is playing
I've
Johnny
never
Cage.
in my life.
That's I saw that picture today. That picture is from a fake poster that Mortal Kombat 2 put out today, which is basically Johnny Cage's movies, and it's just him playing Johnny Cage. So this one is called Cage Uncaged. Is the name of the movie.
Judge Dredd 2.
We do need a Judge Dredd 2. That movie is fantastic. And then this is the other big poster that's making the rounds today, because it's a banging poster.
Hit or miss, JW. Hit or miss.
I think Thunderbolts is going to hit. I think Brave New World is going to hit too, but I don't think. I think people are going to be disappointed with the box office numbers no matter what. But Brave New World, I think, has less of a chance to hit than Thunderbolts does. And here's why,
I saw
Joe.
the preview for that, and I thought it looked like Kick-Ass.
It looks like Suicide Squad is what it's Thunderbolts, right? The Thunderbolts, and essentially we found out what the asterisk stands for, right? Thunderbolts asterisk. If you read the bottom of the poster, which you can't see on this picture, unfortunately, it says the Avengers are not available. I think Thunderbolts is a bigger hit than Brave New World, and here's why. Hear me out. I think the three people at the bottom of this picture are the three actors at the bottom of this picture are very popular actors. We're going to be careening towards the end of Stranger Things. So I think David Harbour is going to get a big bump out of that. I think Yelena as a character and Bucky as characters are very important, right? Yelena especially, we've seen her twice in the MCU. We saw her in Black Widow and we saw her in Hawkeye, the end of Hawkeye. And I just think that particular actress, I think people love her. And I think they love the character. Like, her interactions with Black Widow were amazing. And if she were to become the next Black Widow, nobody would have any fucking problem with it in a heartbeat, right? Yelena becoming the next Black Widow. I just think there's more to this movie possibly being a hit. Irreverent Bucky, I think, also is somebody that I think people care about. Sebastian Stan's having a really good year. I think it hits. I think Brave New World's going to hit too. God, yes.
So I'm not familiar with Thunderbolts. Is this Marvel's answer to Suicide Squad?
Yeah, it is. And so yeah, and Taskmaster is totally dead first half of the movie.
Wasn't Taskmaster in one of the movies already?
Taskmaster was in Black Widow. Taskmaster was the little girl who became the assassin. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I
was a wasted character in that freaking movie. That pissed me off.
Well, people were upset because it was a girl, and we're still in that world right now. So anyway, but I think Marvel's gonna have a good year. I think First Steps is gonna be. I think July now has July 2nd, July 11th, July 22nd are all appointment viewing. Because I don't know if did you guys see the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer? Pretty fucking good.
How's she looking at it? Does she look good?
Yes. Scarlett Johansson looks very good.
She looks like Tomb Raider.
She does. Oh. But here's the interesting thing, like an interesting side story about Scarlett Johansson. Every time there was a Jurassic Park reboot, Jurassic World movie, anything, she told her agent, I am the biggest fan of the books, the biggest fan of the movies. I want in. I want in more than anybody. I'll do my own stunts. I don't care. I want in. And it looked from the trailer, I think it could get crazier than what's actually in the trailer. Because the trailer, again, is just big fucking dinosaurs running around a loose park, where they're breeding things together, apparently. But one of the rumored Jurassic World sequels or Jurassic Park sequels was that they were doing, InGen was doing basically hybrids of humans and dinosaurs and creating like commando type Jurassic Park raptors and things so that they could drop them in like military, like a military kind of training. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's where this is headed.
G.I. Joe shit.
Yes. Yes, nice. Serpentor. Yes. Not Cobra, more Cobra than G.I. Joe. Those were based on books. Yes. Jurassic Park was based on a book. Yes. Can we talk about the year John Bailey is having? John Bailey is having a big year. Going from Wicked.
Scarlett Johansson. I didn't realize this. I watch a lot of YouTube, and there's one channel. It shows an actor throughout their whole career and how much they made per movie.
Yeah.
And there was one on Scarlett Johansson. I didn't realize she was a child actress.
A horse whisperer.
I didn't know that. She was a kid.
She was the horse whisperer, which was the hardest role. I know, but the horse whisperer was the movie where she was on screen with Emma Thompson and fucking Robert Redford, and she was blowing them off the screen, like just destroying them on the screen. She was so good.
She was 7 years old. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in the
You have Rebirth on the 2nd, Superman on the 11th, Fantastic Four First Steps on the 22nd. It's quite possibly the 3 biggest movies of next summer. Although May is fucking packed. May is stacked. Because I think the Lilo and Stitch movie is going to do a ton of fucking money. I'm telling you that the Super Bowl commercial with Lilo and Stitch,
Yeah,
my
it was fun.
nephews paid attention. They were, why is he on the field? Is he allowed to play football? I was like, no, he's not allowed to play
Yeah, that
football.
was pretty good advertising there.
Yes, it was great. And that they haven't shown anything from that movie. I think How to Train Your Dragon is going to do well. I think The Last Mission Impossible is going to do well. I think the summer, it's going to be a great summer. Like we were looking for things this summer, but we're not going to have that problem this summer. I don't think. I think I don't think they're going to have any problem hitting 10 billion at the box office this year.
Wow.
Yeah, which would be about billion. Okay. So you're still here, Joe.
$1 million.
You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave. We are gonna do It Came from Jerry's Basement though.
I leave, not you. I leave.
Yeah, Kyle leaves. Kyle's the one that always praises.
Jerry's basement.
He always
Why
leaves.
do you leave for Jerry's basement?
He doesn't care about us, Joe. And he
I
puts
thought only did
he
that for
puts the
Twilight
comments
show.
up. He puts the comments up in the middle of our stuff. Look at it.
Puts the
He doesn't even care.
comments in the
It Came from Jerry's Basement. Jerry, what's the movie this week?
This week's movie is called Evil Dead Trap.
Oh,
This is a
1980.
1988 Japanese horror film. Other known names: Trap of the Dead Spirits.
Hold on a second, Jerry. Pull that back up, please. There you go. Now that we got you full screen. Nice.
I have pictures. I have stuff for him as well.
Yep.
Oh,
See, there it is.
You go. There you go.
There you go. And then this is another alternate picture: Evil Dead Trap. And then these
so
are the
this is an
people.
Evil Dead ripoff.
No, it is a slasher film, correct, Jerry? What is it about?
Correct. It's about a TV show host that tells her audience to send in videotapes of things, and she gets a videotape of a murder. They track down where this videotape, this took place, where it was recorded, and they run into more than they bargained for.
It is written by Takashi Ishii. So he's very much a very prominent writer of Japanese horror films. And it came out in 1988. It's very very good reception for this. Positive reviews from critics. It's a mixture of giallo and slasher film.
Yep, and it's got a superstitious element to it too, like
a supernatural thing to it. Right?
Yeah, supernatural. That's what I'm looking.
Is it dubbed?
It has. It's dubbed. Right?
Yeah.
It's either dubbed or it's
or
subtitled.
Right.
It has 2 sequels. So it has Evil Dead Trap 2.
Yep.
And then there's also a 1993 sequel called Evil Dead Trap 3 Broken Love Killer. So
This is the one you want, though.
that's the one you want, the original Evil Dead
Have you seen the
Trap.
other two?
I've seen the other two, but I don't have the other two. But I've seen
And
them.
they're not as good, I don't think.
No.
They're not as well regarded. Where did you find this film, Jerry?
Oh, I bought this years ago.
No, but where did you find it for people to watch?
Oh, well, this is on Freevee. I think I saw it on.
Okay, so that's a Tubi offshoot, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
on a couple free sites. I don't know if
Couple
it's
free
on
sites.
Tubi. I didn't see that in the list, but
I think
there's
Freevee.
all these different. Free
There's
ones.
so many different free sites, and there's so many free movies out there. But it's a fun slasher movie. It kind of ties in with Hard Eyes a little bit, which is kind of fun. Okay, what we've all waited for. You know what, Raven? Yes, I'm bringing him back. You ready? Shake your head if you're ready.
Is she gonna yell at me?
No,
go.
she's not
Welcome
going to
back,
yell at you.
Cotter.
But she gets
Welcome back.
welcome back. She gets
Your
nervous.
dreams are yours.
But she wants to do Twilight Zone with us.
I'll do Twilight.
Oh, and so if you check the private message, so does Kyle, because he thinks he remembers this one.
No, that's Raven.
That was me.
Oh, is that Raven, not Kyle?
That's Raven.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happens when you don't wear glasses and wear.
That's what happens when you have a bad ticker. It's rough.
Damn.
Okay, Twilight Zone Redux. The episode is called "The Lateness of the Hour." It is episode 44 of the Twilight Zone. It is season 2, episode 8. Directed by Jack Smite, written by Rod Serling. Opening narration goes something like this. I'm going to read it, and give me a second. I'm going to put up a better picture. This is a picture we're going to start with. It starts with the residence of Dr. William Lauren, which is in reality a menagerie for machines. We're about to discover that sometimes the product of man's talent and genius can amongst us untouched by the normal ravages of time. These are Dr. Lauren's robots, built to function as well as artistic perfection. But in a moment, Dr. William Lauren and daughter will discover that perfection is relative, that even robots have to be paid for, and very shortly we'll be shown exactly what is the bill. Now, a couple things. This episode looks really wild to watch today. If you're watching it on CBS, it looks like it was like a live episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's filmed weird, right?
It's filmed really weird, and it just follows this family, and this basically they live in a house. The windows are hermetically sealed. The mother is basically getting a constant massage from the maid.
The beginning, all you hear is this lady moaning.
She's
You're
just
like,
fucking moaning the entire time. It's like it's definitely a fuckbot episode of the Twilight Zone,
right?
But what gets interesting is as the episode progresses, basically we find out that the daughter here has never been out of the house. She's never been allowed out, and that everybody within the house is starting to, like, she wants to meet other people. She wants to have dinner parties. She wants the house to be open. She wants everything to go well, and it progresses out where she makes a demand: "I'm going to leave unless you get rid of all your robots." And it becomes a sad thing because like she's threatening her parents, and all these people work for him. And they basically come to the doctor and they're like, "Did we not do our jobs well? Do you hate us? Like, why are you getting rid of us?" And it becomes a sad episode. And then shit starts to happen.
I like when she pushes the girl down the steps and she turns around and smiles at her.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing. This episode aired in December 2nd, 1960. I have seen a movie in the last 2 weeks that has clearly seen this episode. Because basically Dr. Lauren talks about all the robots have memories. They have childhood memories. So tell me that's not a little Blade Runner-ish. Giving robots memories so that they do their job better is exactly the story behind Blade Runner. And it's the way we find out whether or not they are androids.
This also reminds me of the other episode with the mannequins.
Reminds me of the episode with the mannequins. It reminds me of like a movie I just saw last week called Companion, which is similar in tone. Not to be a spoiler, but like, and so the episode progresses, and eventually the daughter's making demands, and her parents are kind of like, "You don't have to leave, you don't have to go, no, we don't have to do any of these things." And then this is the moment in the episode where she gets an idea in her head. She's like, "Wait a second, I was looking at a book of pictures. Why are there only pictures of me in adult form?" And you find out that they couldn't have kids. And then you find out that they wanted a daughter, and they made a perfect daughter. And she's a robot. And she doesn't. You can see it coming, but the only reason you can see it coming is because we've grown up on Blade Runner, right, and Companion and all the things, Deadly Friend, and any movie we've seen in the 70s, 80s, or 90s. The only reason you can see it coming is because this did it first. This had
You
it
could say
first.
that about a lot of the Twilight stuff, though.
Oh, absolutely. That's why
The show's important.
that is exactly why it's important, Raven. Thank you. And I know you watch. I know you come every week, and you at least have seen some of the episodes or whatever. And what I want to say to people is they're important because the sheer volume of things that we get from it, like the Blade Runner stuff was going off in my head. Like, I've given them all memories. And then you think about Blade Runner, and it's like Rachel has memories, right? Rachel has memories. She thinks she's a child. She remembers the bug. She remembers the kill jar. Like, she remembers all those things. And all of these robots in this episode have the exact same thing. And I just found it to be it's an amazing.
I like how even the other people in the house, the other robots, were trying to plead with him. I could be a better butler.
I can be a better butler. I can be a better
They didn't
man.
want to be punished.
Have we not done a good job for you? Like, it becomes
You don't want to be turned off.
terrifying.
Yep.
And they basically say, she eventually finds out. That Jaina, played by Inger Stevens, finds out she's a robot, and then she basically, they get rid of all the other robots in the house. And what you found is that they've become accustomed to it. Like, there is it's intense when the lady's getting a goddamn back massage. It's just brutal.
It starts off with a lady moaning and it ends with a lady moaning.
It starts with a lady moaning and it ends with a lady moaning. And the way it ends is with they've reprogrammed Jaina, their daughter, to become the new person, to be the masseuse, because they won't let her go, but she can't be their daughter anymore. And it's a terrifying looking machines. Closing narrations. Let this be the postscript. Should you be worn out by the rigors of competing in a very competitive world, if you're distraught from having to share your existence with the noises and neuroses of the 20th century, if you crave serenity but want a full-time with no strings attached, get yourself a workroom in the basement and then drop a note to Dr. and Mrs. William Lauren. They're a childless couple who make comfort a life's work. And maybe there are a few do-it-yourself pamphlets still available in the Twilight Zone. So that's the other thing about this particular episode. It predicts AI. It predicts that somebody's going to build something in their basement that is eventually going to get to the point where it has feelings, has emotions, has memories. Yes.
Raise my hand. That's what I was going to point out. This episode has a lot of tie-in to, like, we have Megan 2.0 coming out.
That is what I wanted to discuss. JW, do you happen to have that poster? Sorry to interrupt.
I do. Give me 1 second.
Let her finish, but I had
yeah.
a valid point on that.
No, I'm just saying we see this a lot right now in a lot of our sci-fi and our horror, is that we're having clones or robots or AI or...
Here she is.
Exactly.
No,
by the way, she's still as creepy as she was last time we saw her, but I think this movie's going to flop.
It's not.
I don't think it's going to be as good as the last one.
Was I the only one who, when they first saw the poster, I was streaming through Facebook, I saw the poster. I thought it was a Highlander poster.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'll find the poster. Give me a second.
Highlander. Wow.
Highlander.
Yeah. I mean, scrolling through Facebook, I thought it was a Highlander poster because it's just like her walking with a sword by her side.
Isn't that what Fat Cavill's working on?
Fat Cavill, as comedian Robert Bass would say. Fat Cavill is working on. Okay, I think. Okay, I think this is what Joe is talking about.
Bring him the quickening.
God damn it! Stupid backslash. Is this the poster you're talking about, Joe? Hold on. We're a live show,
There's
people.
There's no way that this movie, the Megan sequel, is as good as the first one. The first one just came out of nowhere. That's why it was so good.
I heard an interesting rumor. Is this what you're talking about, Joe?
No, that's not the one I'm referring to. It's actually her walking. You see the back of her with a sword to her left side.
Do you feel that they're going to try to turn her into like an anti-hero?
Yes.
Like Terminator. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to be T2. And if you're telling me you're going to copy T2, I'm okay with that. The answer to that is yes. Anytime we can copy, is that it?
Oh, let me see.
Jerry has it.
Yep, that's it. I thought that
Okay,
was
I can see that what you meant by
Highlander.
Highlander off that. Very Highlander like TV series.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but
Ooh.
well, they're working on Highland. Ooh, yes, Raven in the front.
I just was
And
going to ask,
Witcher,
and I realized that we're on a
yeah.
TV show. Did anybody else hear about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot?
Oh, are you kidding?
I didn't get to it tonight. Yes, of course.
We're talking about.
Of course, I know about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot. Finishing up Twilight Zone really quick, and then we'll get into this. Next week is The Trouble with Templeton. Another pretty classic episode. Not great, but a good episode. Yes, the Buffy the Vampire reboot is, I think, the reason I'm excited. And I'll ask you, Raven, because you are a Buffy fan like me.
Not the werewolf show.
Not the fuck that werewolf. I called it. I'm not joking to you. I called it with my wife the Dumb Wolf Show, because I felt like a lot of the stuff was dumb. Like it became silly. And so whenever she would ask to watch, she's like, "Do you want to watch?" I don't even know what it was called. What was it? Wolfpack? Well, what was something like that? I'm like, "You mean Dumb Wolf Show?" Yeah, we can watch Dumb Wolf Show, sure. But yeah, yes, no. I think that what I'm most excited about, Raven, is that they have first off,
great director.
Yes, they have great people involved. Not having Joss Whedon is I think it's an interesting loss, but and everybody should be terrified about that. But he did some bad things, and
do you feel that you are not going to get the whole Joss Whedon team, or just Joss?
Well, everybody that's behind it is all people that were part of the show.
But it's still supposed to be based on the comics, which is written by Joss's brother.
Well, they don't know what they're doing with regards to the comics. They had come up with an idea that maybe one of the villains from the comics would be a way that they could incorporate somebody back into the show, that by using one of the villains from the comics. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. No spoilers, but well, I guess it's a comic. I guess we could spoil it. Basically, in the comic books, what happened was Angel became another villain, right? He eventually becomes another villain who is basically possessed by a god, which would explain why David Boreanaz would look older, because his body would be ravaged by the god, which is something you could do. I'm more concerned about the people behind the scenes. So, you can be terrified about it, but everybody that's involved with the show are all people that are veterans of the show. Do you know what I mean? Like, the people behind it are what's important to me about this reboot. And while it's terrifying, having Buffy back wouldn't be a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm a little bit
scared.
like,
yeah, everybody's terrified.
Fatigue is setting in. And
but here's the thing: I would say the interesting thing here with fatigue would be if there is no way Sarah Michelle Gellar would sign on.
Well, as of right now, she's still saying that she's not signed on until that she sees a full script. But
yeah, but she made a giant post on
she made.
Yeah, it
was pretty much screaming to every streaming service, "Hey, I have this show. How much money will you throw at us?"
And like having Frank Kazooie back, and having people that produce, Gail Simmons, having people that produce great episodes of the show back is, I think, key. And the new showrunners are apparently pretty good and love the show. So, yes, is it terrifying that one of the greatest shows ever is going to get a reboot? Is it terrifying? Yes. But we got to take what we can get. And sometimes the world needs a Slayer. And I
could use a new Slayer.
Yes, well, I think that's where it's headed. Because wouldn't it be wonderful to watch Buffy have to try to coax a youngin in today's
We've
day and
seen
age?
that episode already.
Yeah, but not. She wasn't that much older than some of those people.
Can I
You know what I
name
mean?
drop for a second?
Go ahead, name drop. You always name drop. Go ahead, go. Why are we asking? Nicholas Brendan, yes. Probably not gonna.
Yeah, probably not going back to gonna be there.
Probably
I don't
probably
think.
not gonna be part of it. How did,
Spike gonna be there?
Can we put that picture back up and really zoom in on Joe's face in this?
Dude, it was an hysterical moment, and you gotta catch
Yeah, right.
when you can. All right?
Yeah, you look like you're watching a frog boil. Like it's just
Okay. Well, first of all,
Boil.
Nick was more inebriated than I was, and that's a lot to say.
hence the reason he won't be back.
I think getting Charisma Carpenter somehow in would
Yes,
endear a
I
lot
think-
of fans to it as well.
I think getting Charisma Carpenter back and getting her at least have an episode where she gets to go out on her own terms would be
I mean,
but again,
Eliza
I don't-
Dushku's not really doing anything either.
very true. These are all possibilities. Raven, are you? Can I ask you a question? You're scared, right? That's what I'm getting. Are you scared, but you want it? You definitely want it.
Oh, I'm a fan. I'm gonna turn in, even if it's bad. I'm a completist, so I will watch something until it's way past jump the shark.
Ken's comment.
I stopped. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you a perfect example. I stopped the night Glenn died on The Walking Dead.
Okay, you're horrible.
I stopped. Couldn't handle it.
No, to the point. Like me and Missy are currently watching, or some of us are rewatching Vampire Diaries. Yes, I said that publicly.
You did. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
That's
no,
okay.
she's still
We have a
doing
friend that-
Origins.
We have a friend that met all of them one weekend. We have a friend back home in Pennsylvania who went to a Vampire Diaries weekend and sat around and met all of them. And it was like she paid like so much money to take pictures with them. And I used to make fun of her. But I'm like, it's not even the good vampire.
It's not.
How many
I'm working through Legacies right now, and I mean, when I'm working, I'm
Bad.
one or two
Bad
beers
stuff.
in.
Yeah,
It's,
they're bad shows. What you say?
it's
Jerry?
very Buffy-like, though.
Well, how
Yeah, but
many
it's not-
spin-offs of that series was there?
No. This is a whole different. This
The
was Vampire Diaries came out after
2000s,
Yeah, it was in the Twilight era.
definitely
That is
shiny
what the spin-off
vampires,
shows?
Very pretty people.
It didn't
very
have
pretty,
spin-off
high
shows?
cheekbones.
I remember one
Ken
Vampire
asked
show had,
Charisma
like, a couple of spin-offs.
Ken asked Charisma if she'll be in it. She hasn't responded yet. It might be too soon for Charisma Carpenter. let's make sure Sarah Michelle Gellar
Well,
is signed. I think
She
again.
did do the vocal reading of the comics where they
Yeah.
brought her and Anya back.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
maybe she might be a little more approachable now.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a character I wouldn't mind having back. Anya was fantastic. Anya was one of my.
Have you seen Charisma Carpenter's interviews with Howard Stern?
No, are they bad?
She's lived a horrific life.
Yeah, she had a terrible set of things happen to her. Nina Dobrev. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're well past. We're 1 hour 24 minutes. Raven, I want to thank you for coming tonight. Joe, I want to thank you for coming tonight.
Happy 50th, guys.
Thank you,
Yes,
and
happy
you are
50th.
welcome back anytime you want to come back.
Obviously, he's talking to you, Raven, not me.
Yeah, Joe. Well, Joe just fucking show up. It's not like send me
He's
a
like,
link.
look at me.
Okay.
I have control. My name's Joe. I'm the Grand Poobah.
You really just so we're clear, Joe. When
He's right.
hilarious. I didn't do it. I had nothing
you,
to do
Kyle.
with it.
He comes back
Raven,
on
you're
our-
invited anytime you want. When Buffy hits, how about we'll start with watching Buffy. How about that? Maybe that's the next show we pick. Is go back and rewatch Buffy the Vampire
That's a
Slayer.
lot of episodes.
That is
There's
a
no
lot of
way.
episodes.
No,
That's a
no,
lot of
no.
Stories from the amazing stories from the 80s.
I like that.
Amazing. That's a good show. I did like that show. But okay, we're just gonna end it here. Thank you for joining us for our 50th episode. I hope to have 150 more. I want to
Yes.
thank you guys for being excellent co-hosts. I appreciate you guys every week.
And before you do that, guys, I appreciate you so much.
Oh, Jerry,
You see the
this is
show-
where we're supposed to say something nice back to him, Jerry.
With-
What happened to Raven?
I don't know.
Raven's like, I'm out.
She's like, that's it. I'm done.
She's like,
I
fuck you guys.
seriously appreciate you guys. 50 episodes, definitely at least 50 more. Having a blast. Let's start doing conventions and everything. Let's start blowing up. We've
No,
got
we've tried the convention things. They won't reply to us.
Well, it all started when it all started.
Florida,
We
and they
stopped
know-
we stopped getting all those all those endorsements when the tofu guys got angry with us.
Yeah.
I didn't apply to MegaCon this year. I
You
could
mean
have.
the soggy wet diaper?
The soggy wet diaper tofu. Now we got 50 more to go. We're gonna keep on going. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. If you like our show, subscribe to the Indiescape Network. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We're all over the place. Just find us, watch our episodes, subscribe if you really do like us. Kyle, do you have a Buffy Funko Pop?
Ooh.
No.
No.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see everybody next week. If you want to watch Generation Movie next Monday, we're doing Amadeus. If you can guess what we're doing with, does Falco sing in that one? No, but it does have amazing performances from F. Murray Abraham and incredible performance from Tom Hulse from Animal House, and it's directed by the amazing Milos Forman. Thank you for joining us tonight. Everybody have a great week. Go to see Brave New World. Have a good week. We'll talk everybody next week. Stay safe.
A whole new world.
A brave